Good afternoon, my dear students. Welcome back to Analytics Power Interactive Virtual Classroom. So, how are you all? Good. I hope all of you are doing well, studying properly for your exams. Yes, I'm also doing fine. Thank you for asking. So, my dear students, as you can see on the screen, where is it written? Functional English. Okay. So, today again we will deal with new topic from our Functional English class. So let's not delay and begin with today's session. Okay. So here what can we see on the screen? At first we can see on the screen there is this father, right? Father and his children. Okay. So now what is it says? Let's read all together. It says one morning Rohit and Mohit were getting ready to go to school. Their father called them. Okay, so in the early morning what happens, they got ready and they're ready to start their day by going to go to school. Okay, so at that time what happens, their father calls them. Now next, let's see what does their father tells them, for what reason he calls them. So now what he says, your mother will drop you today, do well in the test, boys. So what it says, so who will drop them, who will drop them to the school today? Their mother, right? Your mother will drop you today and do well in the test, boys. So today they have test, exam day. Okay. Now we can see highlighted sentence here. What it says, your mother will drop you today. Okay. Moving next, what can you see? What the boy says? He says to his father that, so glad, Papa. It's good that we will be dropped by mother. Then we can revise in the car. Okay. So after hearing that their mother will drop them, he's so glad. He's happy, and he says that it's good that they will be dropped by whom? By mother. Okay. Then we can revise in the class. They can do revision for their test exam. Okay. So now we can see highlighted sentence. What is it says? We will be dropped by mother. Okay. Next, what can we see on the screen? Now, what their father says? He says that whoever scores the highest mark will get a pen as a reward. Okay. So now what their father says? Whoever gets the good mark, highest mark in the exam, what happen, will get pen as a gift, as a reward. Okay. So in your situation also sometimes happens, right? When your parents sometimes tells you, if you pass this exam I'll give you this, right? If you get good marks I'll give you that, right? So the same way here what happens, their father also tells that whoever gets the highest mark will get pen as a reward. Okay. Next, what can we see? Okay, so now we can see they're coming back from school. So what is it says in the sentence? Later in the evening, the boys come back from school. Okay. Okay, so now after coming back, what they say to their parents? It says that Mohit said, Papa, the results have been declared. Okay, so exam over, result also out. Okay, so now what we'll get to know, who scored the highest mark in the exam, right? Whether it's Mohit or Rohit. Okay. Okay, so now let's see what happens. So here what we can see highlighted words again. What it says, the results have been declared. Okay. Next, what can we see? Okay, now they're handing their report cards to their father. Okay, so what does it says? They handed over the report cards to their father. He checked them properly. Now he checked the report card. Who got the highest mark? How marks are given on their report card, right? So let's see who gets the highest mark. Okay, so now what happens? Who tells the father? Rohit. Okay, so Rohit declared that the highest mark have been scored by Mohit. So who got the highest mark? Mohit, right? Okay, so what it says? Rohit declared that the highest mark had been scored by Rohit. Okay, so we can see the highlighted word again. What is it says? The highest mark have been scored by Rohit. Okay, so now what happens, as their father promised, whoever gets the highest mark will get a pen as a reward, right? So here we can see his father gave Mohit a pen, right? So now what does it says in the sentence? Mohit's father praised him and gave his pen. Okay? Okay. Now next, what happens? What does he advise to them? To their boys, what does he advise? He advice says that boys always learn from your mistakes. Okay, so he give advice to them saying that always learn from your mistakes. Okay. Now, what is it says? Thank you, Papa. I will surely follow your advice. Okay. Okay, so now next, what we'll do now, let's have a look at these sentences. The story which we just read, we will look at those sentences from our grammatical point of view. Okay, so now let's see which sentences. Okay, so now we can see a sentence in front of us. What is it says? Your mother will drop you today. Okay, another sentence we can see next to it. What is it says? We will be dropped by mother. It has same meaning, right? First one says your mother will drop you today. Okay, by car they will be dropped by their mother. We will be dropped by mother. Okay, next, what is it says? Another sentence. The results have been declared. Talking about result being declared, right? Okay, next, and the sentence, what is it says? The highest mark had been scored by Mohit. The highest marks had been scored by Mohit. Okay, another sentence we can see here. What is it says? Mohit's father praised him and gave his pen. Okay, now what happens here in the given sentences? What happened? You could see different structure, right? Here we can see your mother will drop you today. Talking about their mother doing the work, right? Here what is it says? You will be dropped by mother. So now we can see the structures are different, but it talks about the same thing, right? We will understand more clearly now. Here what happens? Let us all try to find out their doers and receiver. Okay, who does what? Who are the receiver here? Now next, what can we see? Who are the doer? The one who does the action, right? Who are the doers? Whoever action does, they are the doer, right? The one who does the action, the activity. Now next, who are the receiver? Who are the receiver? When somebody gives you, you are the receiver, right? So now the one who receives the action are the one receivers. Okay. So now let's see this sentence. Your mother will drop you today. From this sentence, who is the doer here? When we read this sentence, what is it says? Your mother will drop you today. Who will drop? Who will drop you? So who is the action? Who is the doer here? Who does the action? Your mother, right? Your mother will drop. Will drop is what? Drop is what? Verb here, right? So that's the action word. So who is the doer here? Your mother is the doer. Okay. Next, another sentence that we can see here. The same sentence, what is it says? Your mother will drop you today. From here, who is the receiver now? Who is the receiver? Here, your mother is the doer. So now, who is the receiver? Very good. You. Your mother will drop you. So you is the receiver, right? Okay. So from this another sentence, we will be dropped by mother. In this sentence, we will be dropped by mother. So now from this, who is the doer here? Yes, the doer is we. We will be dropped. Okay, we will be dropped by mother. So who is the doer? We. Next, we will be dropped my mother. So now who is the receiver here? Who is the receiver? Yes, my dear students, my mother. Mother is the receiver. Okay, we will be dropped by mother. From this particular sentence, the doer is we and the receiver is mother. Okay, so here we can see it's another, the doer and the receiver has been changed, right? Okay, so now another sentence that we can see in front of us, what is it written? The results have been declared. Okay, the results have been declared. From this sentence, which one is the doer here? Who is doing action here? Yes, the results, right? Very good. So now next, what it says? The results have been declared. The result have been declared. Who is the receiver then? The receiver is we receive, the school receives the result, right? So who is the receiver? The school. Why it's silent? Because it has not mentioned here, but we know, right, this in the school only we get result, right? Exam test results. That is why school is the receiver. Okay, now next, another sentence that we can see here, what is it? Says the highest mark have been scored by Mohit. Okay, so from this sentence, who is the doer again? Always remember, in the beginning of the sentence is always the doer. Okay, so here which word is the beginning of the sentence? So who is the doer here? Yes, the highest mark. Okay, very good. So now next, who is the receiver? So now always remember, at the end of the sentence is always the receiver. Okay, so now who is the receiver? Yes, Mohit. Mohit is the receiver. The highest mark had been scored by Mohit. So Mohit is the receiver. Okay. Another sentence that we can see in front of us. What is this written? Mohit's father praised him and gave his pen. Now from this sentence, which one is the doer here? Who is doing the action? Yes, Mohit's father praised. So who is the action doer here? Very good. Mohit's father, right? The beginning of the sentence, what is written? Mohit's father. So Mohit's father is a doer here. Next, another, the same sentence. Who is the receiver now? Mohit's father praised him and gave his pen. Who is the one who receives? Yes, him, right? He's the one who's getting pen, right? And his pen is our what? Receiver. Okay, him and his pen. Okay, so now what does it says? When we look at a sentence, we see whether the subject does the action or receives the action. Okay. Next, what does it says? In the same way, we also see whether object does or receives the action. So when we see this particular thing in the sentence, subject doing the action or receives the action, and whether object does the action or receives the action, what do we call? This aspect of sentence is called voice. Okay. So my dear students, today we will discuss what are our voice in our English grammar. Okay. So let's see. So now it's an important point for you all to note down, my dear students. What is it written? Subject. We have already discussed, right? We have already discussed in our previous classes what are subject. In the beginning part of the sentence are our subject. Okay, about whom we are talking, about the person who is doing the action. These are our subject. So here, as we can see, what does it say? Subject is what? Doer of the action. The person, the one who does an activity. Okay, an action doer are called our subject. Okay. Next, what are object? Objects are the one who receives the action. Always remember that. Okay. What are subject? Subjects are the one who does the action and objects are the one who receives the action. Okay? So, it's the first question of today's class, my dear students. Let's see if you all understood or not what we have discussed. Okay? So, what is this question asking? In the sentence, this sentence, what is it says? Reena reads a book. Reena reads a book. Okay. So what is it asking from this sentence? Who is the doer of the action? Reena reads a book. According to this sentence, who is the doer of the action? We have four options in front of us. Is it Reena doing the action? Is it Reads doing the action? Or is it book doing the action? Or all of these? Okay. So who's the doer of the action? I hope all of you can answer this question. Okay, I'm giving you 30 seconds time. Your time starts now. So in this particular sentence, Reena reads a book. Who's doing the action here? Who's the doer of the action from this particular sentence? Is it Reena? Is it Reads? Is it book? Or all of them? Okay, so your time is over. It's time up. Okay, so what is the right answer here, my dear student? Yes, as we call, know the answer, right? Option A is our correct answer. Okay, who is the doer of the action? As when we read this particular sentence, Reena does the action, right? What is it doing? What is she doing? Reads. She's reading a book, reads the book. So read is our verb, right? Action word. So now who is doing the action here, my dear student? Reena is reading, right? So Reena is the doer from this particular sentence. Okay, I hope all of you understood now who is the doer. Reena. Okay, moving next, what can we see? What is it says on the screen? There are two types of voice. Okay, so how many types of voice do we have? Now we'll learn types of voice. There are two types. Very good. What are those? Those are, first one is what? Passive. Another one is what? Active. Okay, now we have two types of voice. What are? Passive voice and active voice. Okay, very good. So now we will understand what is active voice. Okay, let's understand what is active voice according to the situation that we can see on the screen. Okay, so it's a station. Now we can see these three friends. They are going somewhere, right? We can see train here. Okay, so now what is it says? Read the sentence carefully. Let's read the sentence. What the sentence is given here. What is it says? Lakshay, Ravi and RV are boarding the train. Okay, Lakshay, Ravi and RV are boarding the train. Now from this sentence, who is boarding the train? It's very easy to identify, right? It's already given here. Who is boarding the train, my dear students? Very good. Those are what? Lakshay, Ravi and RV are the ones who are boarding the train, right? Okay. So now these are our what? These are our subject because they are the one who's doing the action, right? So whoever does the action are our subject here. And these are what? In the beginning of a sentence here, right? In the beginning of the sentence, what it shows? Subject shows, right? Okay, so these are our subject. Now, what action Lakshay, Ravi and RV are performing? What action are they doing here? Which one? What is it says? Lakshay, Ravi and RV are boarding the train, right? So what is the action they're doing? Yes, very good. Are boarding. Okay, they are getting into the train. That's what we say, boarding. Okay, are boarding is our action here. Okay, now what is it? It's a verb. Boarding is an action, right? So action words are our verb. Now next what we can see, Another question they're asking, what is that? What are Lakshay Ravi are boarding? Okay, so what are they boarding? As we can clearly see on the screen, are what? Boarding the train. Very good. So train is what? Train is our object. Okay. So now we can clearly see the sentence formation of active voice, right? So let's see. Ravi, Lakshay, Ravi and Arvi, these are our subject. Okay. Then are is our what? Helping verb. Okay. And boarding is our verb. Next, the train is our object. Okay. So this is the structure of what? Subject, about who is doing the action. Okay. In the beginning of a sentence, so that is our subject. And helping word is our helping word. And verb is our action word. And then object. So this is the structure of what? This is the structure of active voice. Okay. So now let's see what this active voice is given. The definition here, what it says. Active voice is a form of verb in which the subject of the sentence performs the action. Now what it says? What is active voice? Active voice is a form of what? Verb, form of action word. Okay. Verb, action word in which where subject is the one in the sentence that performs the action. Who does the action? Who? Subject. Okay. Like what did we say? Lakshay, Ravi and Arvi. Right. So they are the subject. They are the one who does the action. Right. So this is what it says. Active voice is what? It's a form of verb in which the subject of sentence performs the action. Okay. I hope all of you understood. Now let's see from this sentence as an example. Now what is it says? Your mother will drop you today. Right? So here we already know who is the doer here. Who performs an action? Your mother. Right? Okay. So now your mother will drop you today. Now who receives? Who's receiving an action? You. Very good. Okay. So now this is our what? This sentence that we just read. Your mother will drop you today. It's an active voice. As we can see, subject, that is your mother, is doing that action. Right? So that is an active voice. Next, another sentence that we can see in front of us. It says, Mohit's father praised him and gave his pen. So from this sentence, who is the doer here? Who does an action? Yes, we have already discussed Mohit's father. Right? Mohit's father is the one who praised him. Mohit's father is the one who praised Mohit. Right? So that is our Mohit's father is our action doer here. Okay. Mohit's father praised him and gave his pen. Now who is the receiver? Who receives the pen? Yes, him. Him and his pen is the receiver. Okay. So this is our what? Active voice. Okay, so it's another question. It's a question time again. Now what does it says? Complete the sentence. Okay. Which sentence? This sentence. We have to complete. Okay. So now what does it says? Active voice means the subject of the sentence is what? We have already discussed. Right. In active voice, what happens? What subject does? Subject of the sentence, what do they do? Receives the action, or performs the action, or ignores the action, or changes the action. Okay, as we have already discussed, I hope all of you can answer this question. Okay, so I'm giving you 30 seconds of time. Your time starts now. What is it says? Active voice means what? The subject of the sentence, whether it receives the action or performs the action, it means do the action, or ignores the action or changes the action. Yes, which one is the correct answer here, my dear students? Okay, time up. Okay, so as we all No, the correct answer is what? Very good. Option B is our correct answer. Right? What is it says? Active voice means the subject of the sentence is the one who does the action. Okay? Means who performs the action. So that is why option B is correct answer. Receives the action? No, they don't receive the action. Ignores the action? No, that is also not correct. Changes the action? No, the correct answer is what? Performs the action. Okay? So I hope this thing is clear, right? Okay, very good. Moving next, what can we see on the screen? Now we will understand what is passive voice. Okay, before we understood what is active voice, now we'll understand what is passive voice. Okay. So now, again, let's read the sentence carefully. What is the sentence? It says, the train is being boarded by Lakshay, Ravi and RV. Before what it says, Lakshay, Ravi and RV are boarding the train. Right? So now it's been reversed. The sentence has been reversed. Right? What does it say in the sentence? The train is being boarded by Lakshay, Ravi and RV. So now we can see the name. These names are at the end of the sentence. Right? Okay. So now let's understand what is passive. What does it say? A question asking you all. What is being boarded by them? What is being boarded by them? Yes. Now we will give more important to what? The beginning part of the sentence. Okay. So what is being boarded by them? The train. Right. So the train is given more importance. So the train is what? Is the subject. As we can see, it's in the beginning of the sentence. Right. So this is our subject here. Okay. Earlier, which were the subject in active voice? Lakshay, Ravi and RV, they were subject in active voice. Right? Now here in passive voice, which one is subject? The train is subject. Okay? Now next, what is being done? Done means the action. What is being done? Yes, being boarded. Boarded is again our verb, so it is being done. So these are what? Helping verb is being. Before earlier we saw helping verb is what? Are. Right. Here helping verb changes to what? Being is being. Okay. Verb remains what? Boarded. B3. We have already discussed, right? Forms of verb. Base form is board. Okay. Boarded is what? Verb form of third verb form, right? Boarded. We have added ed at the end of the word boarded. Okay, that is why it's B3. It's mean past tense. It's in past tense, right? Okay. So now next, what question arises? It says uses of by. Remember always, my dear students, whenever we talk about passive voice, we always have to use by. Okay. So as we can see, we use by after verb, right? This is our verb. So after that, we use this word by. Okay. By whom? By whom? Okay. Another. Now we'll see a question. By whom is the train being boarded? By whom the train is being boarded? Yes. Very good. Lakshay, RV, Lakshay, Ravi and RV, they are the ones who what? Who boarded the train. Right? Okay. So now we can see this structure here. This one here is what? Object. Earlier, Akshay, Ravi and RV were subject. Now in passive voice, Akshay, Lakshay, Ravi and RV, they are the object here. Right? So here, which is the subject? Train is the subject. It's being reversed. Earlier, train was the object. Right? Now here, train is the subject in our passive voice. Okay? So now, here you see the object doing the action, not being acted upon. Now, who's doing the action here? The train. The train is being what? Is doing the action. Right? The train is being boarded by Lakshay, Ravi and RV. Okay, so now we can see the structure of passive voice. The train is what? Subject. Very good. Is being is our helping word. Boarded is our verb here. Okay. By is our word. That this word which we always use in our passive voice. By whom? By Lakshay, Ravi and RV. These are our object. Okay. So this is the structure of word, subject, helping verb, past participle P3 by an object. This is structure of our passive voice. Okay. So now let's see what is passive voice. There is an answer. Let's understand what is it says. Passive voice is a form of verb in which the subject receives the action rather than performing it. So what is it says? What is passive form? What is passive voice? Passive voice is also a form of verb. Verb action. Okay. In which the subject, the train, the subject receives the action rather than performing it. Okay. So this is what? Passive voice. Okay. Now let's understand from this particular sentence. Okay. What is it says? We will be dropped by mother. In active voice, what is it says? Your mother will drop you today. What is it says? Your mother will drop you today. Right. So this is our active voice. Now when we understand the passive voice, what is it says? We will be dropped by mother. Okay. So let's see now who is the doer here in this sentence. Who is the doer? Who is the one who's doing the action? Yes, that is our we. Okay. We being is the subject here. So subject is the one who does the action. So we is the doer. Okay. Next will be dropped by mother. So mother, who receives the action here? At the end of the sentence, mother. Okay. So this is what? This is our passive voice. Okay. Next, another sentence that we can see here. What is it says? The results have been declared. The results have been declared. Right. Okay. So now from this, who is the doer here? Very good. As we can see, the result is in the beginning of this sentence. So results is the one who does the action. Right. So the result. Next, from this same sentence, the results have been declared. Now, who is the receiver? As we can clearly see at the end of the sentence, what? It's not given, but the school. The school is the one who receives the action. They receives the result. Right? So it's what? It's silent, but we know that the school is the one who receives the result. Right? Okay. So this is what? This is our passive. Now another sentence, what is it? So shows the highest mark had been scored by Mohit. The highest mark had been scored by Mohit. Now what is the question asking? Who is the doer? As we already know, right? Who is the doer here? The beginning of the sentence. That is what? Highest mark. Okay, so highest mark is the doer. Now, who is the receiver? The highest mark had been scored by Mohit. Who is the receiver? As we can see at the end of the sentence. So, Mohit is the one who receives the highest mark. Right? Okay. So, this is what? This is our passive. So, now it's an important point, my dear students, for you all to note down what it says. When the subject does the action, the sentence is an active voice. Okay? When the subject does the action, the sentence is an active voice. Now, when the object does the action, the sentence is in passive voice. Okay? Let me read once again what it says. When the subject does the action, the sentence is in active voice. Okay. Now, when the object does the action, the sentence is in passive voice. As we have already discussed in this sentence, what Lakshay, Ravi and Arvi are boarding the train. So Lakshay, Arvi and Ravi in active voice, they are the ones what who does the action, right? And in passive voice, what is it says? The train is being boarded. Dot dot. So the train is what? Is the object in the sentence, right? Now it has reversed. So that is why the sentence is in passive voice. Okay. Now another question. Let's see if you all can answer this question as we have already discussed. What is it says? Which voice shows the subject receiving the action? We have already discussed, right? What is it says? Which voice shows the subject receiving the action? We have four options here. First one is what? Passive voice. Second one is active voice. Third one is both. And the fourth one is none of them. Okay? So I'm giving you 30 seconds time. Your time starts now. What it says? Which voice shows the subject receiving the action? Whether it is passive voice or active voice or both or none of them. Where the subject receives the action? Okay, so your time's up. So my dear students, as we have already discussed, the subject receiving the action, it means what? It means our passive voice. So correct answer is passive voice here. Okay. Moving next. So now what we'll do? We'll do some activity. All right. So let's do. So now we can see on the screen this beautiful bright day, right? So now what does it say in the sentence? The weather is beautiful today. So now what we have to do? We have to identify the subject from this particular sentence. What it says? The weather is beautiful today. So which one is the subject, my dear students? Yes? The weather. Very good. The weather is beautiful today. So the weather is the subject. It's in the beginning of the sentence, right? So the weather is the subject that performing the action. Okay. Next, what can we see on the screen? We can see this baby and father. Now, what is it says? I know his father. I know his father. Okay. So now what is it says? Identify object. From this particular sentence, now we have to find which one is object here. As we have already discussed, right? Which one is object? His father. Very good. His father is object. I is our subject. Right? So his father is the object is being acted upon. Okay? Next, what can we see on the screen? We can see another situation here. Now, what it says? His father makes kite. Okay, so now identify the subject here. Which one is the subject from this particular sentence? His father makes kite. Very good. His father is our subject here. As we can see, it's at the beginning of the sentence, right? His father is the subject that is performing the action. Okay. So my dear students, that's all for today. So what did we discuss? We discussed what is voice, right? And we have discussed what is active voice and passive voice. So my dear students, in the next class, I will come up with some more new topic and interesting topic. Till then, stay safe and practice more grammar for your upcoming exams. Okay, thank you all for listening to my class. Bye bye.